Hi, it's Dud and welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about Rock, or as you might know it, Roblox Obby competition and the results of round 2 and 1. I gotta say, it was quite disappointing as it was not not many people participated. In total, I would say around 12 people participated. And yeah, let's move on to the qualifiers. So when it comes to qualifying for the first round, it was quite easy, but you needed to know some basic gameplay. So in total, only 10 people qualified, which is not many. I was hoping for 40, maybe 30, but I mean 10 is still pretty good, gotta say. So let's look at who qualified for round 1. Tetris, Egg, Flipsor, TNT, John, Swagger.io, Unforbidden Lemon, Gravity IC, EV, and Zap Lane. I call them by their nicknames because, yeah, it'll be a little bit easier. Now, round 1 was quite a journey, as we had like 3 obbies. Now, this is how round 1 worked, and I had to mix it up a little bit to see what worked and what did not work. So basically what I did is, the first one to be any tiered obby will gain 2%, and anyone who followed would gain 1%. Now later I actually added a challenge obby, and this granted 2% on completion, and if you were the first, you gained 3%. And yeah, this was a small challenge you can attempt at any time, so yeah, you can no longer gain points from those obbies sadly, so yeah. Now I gotta say, a lot of the obbies were not very polished, especially the one which had a lot of head hitter jumps and so on and so forth. I did not like that obby in the slightest, but I had to keep it, and it went through several design changes, which is a little unfair. Now another thing I realized is that time zones were really gonna destroy this competition. It happened to build battles, time zones really made the competition difficult to host. I tried to host it all the way at 8 AM for me, all the way to 12 PM. That's a very big gap. That's over like 14 hours. Now if you can do some basic math, that basically covers all time zones. And I did 5 sessions instead of 4. I was planning on doing a 6, but nobody asked. And then I kind of like sort of gave up and said, hey, why can't people just ask me whenever they want? And I started doing that thing, but it didn't really work in the end. But yeah, it was pretty good. 10 people is still a lot. I mean, yeah, whatever. Okay. Now for the second round. The second round was a lot easier to host. Basically, I gave everyone the same tiered obby. It was a mid-tier 7, and it was called High. It's by Exceptional, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. In editing mode. I mean, editing mode is pretty sick, I gotta say. But yeah, this tiered obby wasn't that hard. You can beat it under an hour, which was what I was going for. Other tier obby, I was thinking about doing a tier 8, but after trying a few tier 8s, I realized that was gonna take way too long. So yeah, the tiered obby was fairly easy, and yeah, I gave the people 48 hours, but in the end, I gave them a little bit more time just to be sure that nobody was on vacation, and so on and so forth. Okay, without further ado, let's get on to the results. The 5 people who won round 2 are Tetris, Flipsor, TNT, Lemon, and Gravity. As you can see, it's not much, and a lot of people who I thought would qualify didn't qualify. And one of the better obvious, Swagger.io, which was really good, they beat a tier 15, I believe. They quit because they said, hey, it's pretty nice competition you have here, but I just don't feel like it. Now, just so my wallet doesn't get drained, the thing about the 150, 250 prize pool, yeah, I increased the prize pool by $10, so it's a little easier to divide. I realized 240 is a little uneven on the edges. So the thing about this is that you can completely claim 250 if you work hard enough and you get all of them correct. So In this case, if you got a perfect score for the first 2 rounds, you have gotten 12%, which is a lot. Now round 3 is gonna be way different, and I'll reward much bigger percentages, and we'll get to round 3 a little later. So what about the percentages once more? Now the thing is that not all of the money will go to, you know, the players. Some of it will be left over, but it really depends on how hard you want to just obby away. The best get the more, and yeah, so on and so forth. So how will round 3 work? Now round 3 is a little bit different, as it was actually built by one of my friends, Egg. You might realize, hey, Egg qualified the first round, didn't they? Well, they basically said, I quit. I'm gonna build for the competition instead, so I can help a little bit. Now I have no idea how the obby went, and this is a little bit of a problem. But in the end, I think it'll be kind of cool to see someone else's gameplay, because a lot of people know that my gameplay is very janky, and yeah, that's a pretty big part of my just my janky gameplay. I mean, this obby right here is probably the least jankiest obby I've ever done. It's a pretty hard one. You want to beat it? Go ahead. It doesn't reward anything. I just made it for fun. So yeah, round 3 is a little bit funny. So it's one continuous obby, and it has 2 checkpoints. And the thing about this one is that it's a little bit of a scrunch. I mean, I don't know what I just said there, but basically you have to race to the end. And this is where comes the problems. I'm gonna eliminate 2 people, but the problem is I have 5 people, so I'm gonna have to get someone from round 1. Now, I don't know exactly who, and this is another problem. So I've decided to do some sort of like a revival, where I'll take 1 person from any qualified, verified, whatever. Just whatever. I don't really care, just so I can get an even thing and it works out in the end, so I can eliminate 2 people instead. So yeah, I got 6 people. That's how it's gonna work. So 2 people are getting eliminated, 1/3. It was the plan. I was expecting a lot more people than 2, but yeah, hey. So the first one to finish will gain, you know what, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, the first person to finish will gain a lot %. 2 and 3 will gain a lot % as well, and then the 4th will gain a little, and then 5 and 6 will get eliminated. Now the thing about the checkpoints is that the first one to get to each checkpoint will gain 2%. And yeah, this idea was pretty nice, and if you get to either of the checkpoints at any time, and you're not the first, you get 1%. So yeah, this is a really good way to just give away percentages like it's water. I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people don't have water, but yeah.
Bruh.
That's just a good way to give out percentages. And then round 4, now I did say that I was gonna have 5 rounds, but I've decided to only have 4. The reason being that 4, I was planning on like eliminating half of the people, but then for round 5 it'll just be a 1v1, and I'm not really sure if you guys want a 1v1 or 1v1v1. 4 people against each other or 2 people against each other. I don't know. I guess I can put a poll in the comment section. So yeah, that's basically round 3 summed up pretty well. Yeah, I won't reveal the ID for round 3 just so people can't practice on it. But yeah, I did leave it to this person. If you just want to hunt through their IDs, then that's an unfair advantage right there. I'm gonna ask Egg to like block it off so nobody can attempt it. I mean, you could get a good look at it, but there's no way you're gonna attempt it. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Yeah, I hope you stay tuned for Rock. It'll be streamed on Twitch, which is pretty different. The reason why I'm streaming on Twitch is because it's much easier to stream on there than on YouTube, because yeah, unfortunately I don't earn money from Twitch, but I do earn money from YouTube, so I'm not really sure if I should do YouTube or Twitch. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, if you got any questions, comment down below. I probably missed a few things, which is probably